Hey guys, um, so currently negative at the minute. It was auto break even. Why is auto break even not showing? So 15 pips will be break even. Just looking for the break above. It was a momentum entry coming into Comics Open. Yes, we do have news, but it's a trade I was prepared to take as we came into the open. Oh, what's going on? Why is TikTok not live? TikTok is not going live for some reason, and damn it, TikTok, what's going on? I'm about to take a loss by the look of it, and I can't get TikTok to go live. YouTube, are you live? Just let me know if you're live. Um, I'm about to take a bit of a hit here, unfortunately. I missed the trade management trying to um, trying to get TikTok live. So brought stops up underneath the 15-minute low here, but should have managed it underneath this one. So yeah, I'm about to take a hit. What's yeah. So guys, just let me know if you're in. Hi Vic, how you doing? Yeah, I'm about to take a hit, guys. A little bit of a bad trade management. It did get to my auto break even, but unfortunately the auto break even didn't work, and it's still not working. See, I click it and it's just not popping up. So if this one survives, guys, it's going to be lucky. It should have been a break-even trade, but we'll see what happens. Big Harvey, how you doing? Um, Live on YouTube, ELT17, thank you. So yeah, I've got more issues with my magic keys. For some reason, the auto break-even function isn't working. So we're going to end up negative once this one kicks out. If I can get back to break even price, I will close half of the trade, and then I'll let the other half run if it can. Anna, how you doing? Um, yeah, little malfunction on my side. The auto break even wasn't working, so it should have been a break even trade. Bit of a slip as well because we had a momentum entry above these highs, so I got slipped 6 pips. But this is the risk you're prepared to take when you're taking momentum entries ahead of the news. So, what was no sound? Not plugged in. My TikTok might help if I plug my what do you call it in? Might help if I plug my microphone in. Yeah, as I was saying, guys, apologies if you're no good at lip reading, you'll have had no idea what I was saying. So we had buy stops, or I had buy stops for momentum entries above the high of this candle here, with a 25 pip first take profit, and 15 pip is auto break even. Um, we've got slipped a few pips, as you can see, above the highs. That's the high. 8.6 pips. So my slippage was about 5 pips because I always put my entry 3 pips above the highs. So I got slipped 5 pips and then auto break even at 15 pips didn't activate. So a little bit of a shoddy start, but there's not a lot else I can do about it. I was trying to get TikTok live and hadn't noticed that auto break even hadn't triggered. We're back on sound now. So yeah, if there is a next trade, I want the news to send gold down. I want news to send the gold down. And then I'll be looking at buys above the highs. So that's what I'll be looking for. There we go. So unfortunately, guys, that's a 3.9K loss for me there. So bit of a, I'm going to put it down as a loss on the results, even though I was live before before we went live. So we're going to wait for the news to come out, and then I'll look to try and losses 16 done. Losses 16. So if you saw this, we got, I don't know, 16 pips or something in profit at the beginning. So it should have. I'm just gonna I'm just gonna try something now. I just want to see if I can get my auto break even on. So I'm just gonna put a buy stop way out of the way right now. And so look, I've put a buy stop. The yellow line is a buy stop. I'm just gonna open the trade and I'm just gonna click auto break even. Okay. So why is we seeing 42,000? No. Okay, we've got some tech issues here. Oh, hold on, I know what it is. Let me just move it a sec. No, not that one. I'm just gonna move that down. Let's move. Yeah, we have tech issues. I don't know why that is. So I'm just gonna delete the order. So auto break even has malfunctioned yet again. So we won't be using the auto break even. We won't be using the auto break even today. Reset magic keys. Yeah, I think that's gonna have to be the. Let's go right click. All right, I'm just gonna do a little test because if this don't work, I won't be. Okay, guys, I'm just gonna do another pending order. So there's gonna be no more orders now until after the news. Okay, let's just see what happens. Open trade, auto break even. Nah, still. Yeah, we have some issues there. No idea why. Let's delete the trade before I forget about it. Okay, the DAX is continuing to soar. It was something we looked at this morning. We wanted to be long because if we go to the daily chart, we have plenty of space on the daily side up to the next structure point. We're coming into what we call the seasonal period as well. What NFP? NFP. So what I'm going to look for on the news with gold is I want to see a spike lower, and then I want to see price push higher. So ideally, if we close bearish like this, the next candle opens, we see the market sell off hard as the news is released, and then I'll be looking to buy as it breaks its own high. So yeah, not a yeah, unfortunately that was not an ideal way to start, but the US session, but we'll I went to sleep and you still traded. No, I've just come back on Yogi. Um, so yeah, it just took a bit of a hit there. And this is why using some kind of software is so important because it can do things that you can't do manually. However, if, for instance, like what's happened there, this spike up got to our break-even price and then it's come back down. And I was just hoping that by the time it got down here, I was hoping it would come back towards entry price and I'd close it off again. Maybe lesson learned is if it hits your entry break-even price doesn't close, you just close it and accept the loss at the time of the day, and you come back again. But it is what it is. I know there's been a few issues with a couple of members recently on Trader System where it's been hitting. I think it's been closing everything at TP1. So listen, software is great, but there is always going to be times where it has a little malfunction. So other day on live, I think it was on the live stream, we had a monster trade and it hit TP1 at 25 pips and closed everyone out of the whole position. So uh, you just have to remember nothing is bulletproof, so to speak, when it comes to trading. Yeah, these systems, yes, the statistics, or using the software makes trading so much better. Yeah, the results are phenomenal compared to just manual trading because you can close half your position and get your stops to break even risk-free in a nanosecond. Whereas if you want to try and do it manually, it takes forever and a day. There's no quick way of doing it. Um, Okay, so traders that use funded accounts, if you're looking for instant funding, Instant FX Capital are um, their final day of their cyber sale. All that means is you get 20% off your account. So there's no code needed. You just go to the website, click on it, register your interest, and they'll contact you. Yeah, there's no need for any specific codes. I'm not affiliated, so it's you just get the 20% and that's it. Uh, is in terms of what's that? Yeah, so there's no consistency rule. There's no you can hold over weekends if you don't want to use a stop loss. You don't need to use a stop loss. You can use what's the other thing? Static drawdown. Yep. So the drawdown doesn't trail as you make money. And the other thing is there is no daily drawdown limit. So lots of positives. Uh, so yeah, looking for price to break these highs. But like I said, I want news to come in and basically spike lower. So in 15 minutes, um, I mean to be fair, we're not going to see the normal effect, I don't believe, of pre comics on the basis that we've got news at 1:30, so I expect that it's probably going to be a little bit more subdued until after the news. I'm just going to get the news channel ready so I can see what's forecasted. For Forex Factory. Uh, oh, hold on a second. Why is Man Drugs? Sorry, guys, something weird. Uh, Wednesday it was ADP. Thursday, unemployment claims. I'm losing. Yeah, lost 3K. But there's me thinking non-farm payroll, and it's not showing up anywhere. I'm confused. So it has. Tuesday the 16th of December. So it has. Tuesday the 16th of December. So the non-farm has changed to Tuesday, but they've kept ADP and unemployment claims on the same day. Okay, so in that case, there's me thinking we've got well, there's no news until 3 o'clock, and I won't be on at 3 o'clock. So there goes that idea. All right, I'm still. I still want to be a buyer. Okay, two things I'm going to do. One is, okay. All right, so I'm either going to look at buys. All right, I'm going to wait for a 15 close. So I'm going to wait 12 minutes. If we get a close above here, then I'll look for buys. If not, and in fact, I'm going to put a momentum entry back above those highs. Let me just check. 42.40. Actually, I'm not so. I'm just looking at it. Let's get rid of that. 42.37. Okay, so all right, I'm going to look for sells underneath 42.20. So let's have a look. See. So I'm going to look for sells underneath here, 30-minute. Okay, I prefer the 30-minute for sells over the 15. So we'll see how this 30-minute candle closes. If we get a close below here, I'll look to sell it. If we get a 30-minute close above 42, was it 31? I'll look for potential buys. So this is MT5. I don't like MT5 or MT4 for analysis. I do all my analysis on TradingView. But okay, NASDAQ's getting into sell zone area. All right, so if we get close below here on the 30-minute, then a wick up, we can look to sell. So sells on the NASDAQ are of potential interest, um, and buys and sells both interest me on gold. We just got to wait for a close above or close below. Pulo Ponome, thank you for the follow. Um, New York Times sues Perplexity AI for copyright infringement. Okay, no biggie. Yeah, yeah, no news that's going to affect my trading now. And look at this, guys. Got some ridiculous spread. Zero on gold. Zero on gold. Interested? DM me. Um, Almighty Brighton, good afternoon. Thank you for joining. Nick Helm, good afternoon. So yeah, we're just waiting. Just waiting now. We've got 7 minutes before we can make a decision. DAX is just continuing to move. So there's nothing to do on the DAX. It's just going up, and unfortunately, we can't do anything with that. The train has left the station. So in order for us to trade the DAX now, based on my systems, I would need the market to create a BPC setup. At Legend Sell. What's that? Sell on NASDAQ. Yeah, I'm interested in NASDAQ sells, but I have to see it close below in 7 minutes. If it closes below, then I'm going to look for a sell. Sepipso, thanks for the follow. So yeah, we're just waiting now for the market to do whatever it's going to do. If we can get a close below here, I will be looking for sells on NASDAQ. Gold, still sat in this range that it's been operating in since what, about 9 a.m. this morning, 8 a.m. this morning. All right, guys, which one would you rather do? Buy gold or sell NASDAQ? Comment in the chat box. Gold is a sell? Maybe, maybe not. I'd be more interested in sells once we get below 42.21. Until that point, I do nothing. Buys, I'm not interested in until we get above 42.31, basically. So it's $10 range. I'm not trading. Buy gold. Gold is a sell. NASDAQ. Thanks for the follow. I can't read the last bit of the name. But yeah, we're just gonna sit tight now. 5 minutes. 5 minutes for potential sales. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna get these kind of ready, if that makes 4 minutes. Here we go. Both are gonna potentially set up. knew that doesn't look right. What the hell? Alright guys, so there's just a little something not quite right with magic keys there on the gold setup. So I'm just gonna, there we go, that's better. As they say, don't blame the software, blame the person in control of it. And that would be yours truly. This is the frustrating part of trading because that would have been back at break even now, but you got to manage risk. Ah, this is going. Ah, well, the joys of trading. Yeah, yeah, I mean, listen, is gold a sell? No, I was looking for buys, but there's still 50 points available. Hey, Commander Chief, NASDAQ's popping back up. 10 seconds. All right, if the next candle moves lower, I'm going to place my buy stop. So next candle to move lower. If it just goes up, I'm canceling. I'm not going to place the order. Okay, so orders placed. Well, it should be. What's going? There we go. Let's see if auto break even wants to work or not. Nah, auto break even is absolutely not working. So I'll have to do it manually. Oh, that was a nasty slippage again. So it's only a relatively, what we've got, 40-point target now because of the slips. So let's bring this up underneath the level. I'm just going to wait for it to go into some blues and then I'll drop it underneath the low of that candle. So at 150, I'll move stops to break even if it gets there. Tabo, thanks for the follow, mate. So trade management. If price breaks its own low, I'm going to close half out. If price goes 15 pips in front, I'm going to move stop loss to break even. I just, I'm having one of those. You know what, guys? Fuck's sake. That was the trade. NASDAQ was the trade. I'm made a bit of a cardinal sin error here, guys. If I get back to my entry price, I'm closing this out, regardless of whether it goes to take, whether it goes to thingy. Because look, I've bought straight into resistance. I don't know why I didn't see that. Why did I not have that mapped out? Okay, let's just do this. There, I've just basically put my target right at entry price. Uh, yeah, I zoomed down to the hourly. Zoomed down, sorry. Took in the levels here, but missed the hourly. So we're underneath the current 5 minute low. If we break our own high, push up towards entry price. So as soon as this candle, if it breaks its own high, I'm just trying to manage risk now, guys. Again, not that was not the best trade by myself. So I just brought stop up again. I'm coming out of this trade. I don't care if it goes all the way up here. It was a bad trade. Yeah, not happy with myself there, guys. Do apologize. So I'm just looking to exit this as quickly as I can. There we go. I'm out. Don't care what it does. That was a bad trade. So one thing I want you to learn from that, guys, is always check multiple time frames. It's just because the range was higher on the 15, you want to take precedent from the higher time frames, and we've got structure here, and that was just such a bad trade. Um, because I'm buying into resistance here. This, you see this here? I hadn't mapped it out. I was too fixated on whether My whole systems are based around trading into clear space. So we had clear space above here, but after the 15-minute had such a strong close, buying at these highs up here, it taken that space away and I'd misread it. So apologies, guys. Um, and like I said, I don't care if this goes up and hits target. I'd rather be out of the trade. We should never have been in that trade. If you're buying down here or you're trading a different style, then that's a different thing. But the way that I trade, that was a really, really bad trade. So I have to be totally honest with you. Um, that was yeah. Could you let me know, please? What do you want me to let you know, FM? So this right now, because of where we are in this structure, um, if we get a see this to me would be a nicer place for a rejection. We've got two meg nice zones, unless we get above 42.60, but that's another $30 away, to $23 away, which it could do. So areas that I would want to trade now, because we've got this nice big clear candle space, right? Two things I'd want to do. One would be look for a potential correction and trade it back down. And the other one would be a BPC trade from down here. But a BPC, I'm going to need at least two downrange candles to look for a BPC long. Can you please teach us how you set up your MT5? How are you able to do auto stop loss? Okay, so this is software that you need to buy, so either Magic Keys or Trade Assistant. Most of my members use Trade Assistant or Dane's Trade. Um, so I went into a sell in NASDAQ and I'm still in it. Yeah, NASDAQ was the trade. I was gonna, that was the trade. I just flicked, didn't I, over to gold and this damn thing went. So the NASDAQ was the trade. You can see where my entry was here. This is the trade. I didn't place it. I was gonna place both, but the gold one triggered first. And see which one triggered. But yeah, that was a cracker. That would have been a beauty. So yeah, it wasn't missed that one, guys. Missed that one with the looking at gold. But the main thing is we saw the clear and this to me, look, this is your clear candle space where you see these big bodies and there's not many wicks. That's what we want to trade into, and this is where I would expect the market to have a little pause. And if it gets through here, guess what? You've got clean candle space down to here. So I would take money out all the way down here, taking most of it off by this point, around 75 to 80%. And then I'd leave 20% on to maybe come down this way. So a pleasure, FM. Look, Trade Assistant they're all using the same thing. They're all using the same back end. So Trade Assistant, Magic Keys, Dane's Trades, whatever it is, when you double click on this, the way uh, they've created this is just a plugin, and then just the way they've got it set up is worded slightly differently to do similar but different things. It is the same plugin, I believe. Please help me out, $100. I'm sorry, buddy. Ain't no charity. But what I would say is, if you're gonna get $100, don't put it into trading. Yeah? Wait until you've got yourself maybe 1,000 or 2,000 set on the sidelines that, in theory, you can afford to lose. Yeah. When it gets to that type of situation, the worst thing you can probably do is get into trading. You want to do it when you've got a little bit of money sat on the sidelines. So if you were here yesterday, guys, you'll know that there was. Um, oh, sorry to hear that, Joseph or Joseph. Um, one of the guys asked about the lifetime subscription. It was closed last week, but I opened it up yesterday for 24 hours. So if you are interested in joining MOC, Mark Owen Concepts, for life at a one-off fee, then you can do that. It is available. It's closing in uh, it's closing in 45 minutes. Okay, it's closing in 45 minutes. So if you're interested, the link has been shared. There is a Klarna option. Klarna means you can pay the payment in three installments, interest free. Now, as you can see, not every day is a winning day. Now, the gold trade, what's going on? Why can I not change? What's going on? Uh, what's this? I have no idea what is going on. I can't. I don't know if you can hear that noise in the background, but there is something going on. I'm just going to try to start shutting things, see if there's something hidden somewhere. Uh, uh, I can't move anything. I don't know what's going on. Uh, this is technology at its finest. Ah, there we go. Oops, where did it come? There we go. We'll come back. Okay, we are back. I think, yeah, it's moving. Everything's working again. Yeah, so as I said, we got, we don't know those on anymore, but this is in a place now. So the NASDAQ is in a place where I'd be interested if we get a 15-minute buyer candle. I'd be interested in looking for potential buys. I wouldn't want to trade sells here on the basis that the market is literally in the last half an hour, it's just dropped what, 100 points? Yes, it could drop lower. Um, but I'd rather take out these lows than close back above the level, and then I'll look to buy it back up. That'd be my preference. Gold, yeah, I need some rejection from here. So like I said, I'd want to see some kind of seller candle to take advantage. Yeah, no, unfortunately, yeah, we missed the initial. We did we did start to place it, sell stop underneath the low of this bearish candle, but unfortunately, our gold trade triggered, so I didn't go ahead and place it. Yeah. Joe Calazzo, thank you for the follow. So yeah, two things we're going to watch now is either Nasdaq going to drop down into these areas and we wait for buys, or are we going to come back above this area and this be like a potential false break? I'm not looking for sells here, guys. I'm not looking for sells. DAX, as I mentioned earlier, um, VPC trades only, so I need to see at least two downrange candles. So this is one. If we get the next one, breaking the low and closing bearish, that'll be another downrange candle. And then we just need to wait for a bullish candle before we can look to trade long. So it's just the waiting game now. We have to wait for the market to give us the setups we need. And that's the thing about rule-based trading. Yeah, there's no emotions. Even with rule-based trading, you can see I got it wrong. Um, yeah, that we would have gone on and made more profit, but I got it wrong with this setup because when I looked left, I broke one of my rules. So another cardinal sin for me today. Um, I bought straight into a structure. Look, if I show you something, so look, this is my analysis. So I've already got my analysis on TradingView, and what I do, I wasn't looking at TradingView. I was just focusing on MetaTrader. I bought straight into this stupid price point. Look at that, literally got slipped on this bit here, and we just had that little bit of room. So if I bring in my rules, I go to text, I go to my defaults, I go to breakout long, okay? Then I'll drop the rules here. So look, simple rules. Breakout long, resistance, close above. Number two, clear space. Do we have clear space from here to here? Absolutely not. I'm buying straight into structure. So absolutely stupid. So that's why it was a bad trade, guys. This is why you need to have rules. If I'm selling now, obviously I said I'd be interested in selling up here if we got a seller candle and if we have clear space to trade into. Well, next one down is there, so that we're not going to get the option to sell from here. But what I would look at doing based off 30, because I don't like the 15, I get rid of that. We go to text, go to defaults, we go to my breakout short, drop that in. Too fast. Defaults. And just give it a second to load. Go to short and then drop the rules. So look, close below support. Well, nearest support is here. This will give us a change in structure. Do we have clear space? Nice big candle bodies. Okay, we do have this wick here to look at on the 30, but it's probably what good. Look at that. It's still 50 points, 49 points. I'm all over that. So next candle. So if we get a close below, next candle to wick up, I'll sell the low of the breakout candle, and that's it. Done. So very, very simple rules. And it's just a matter of staying disciplined, being able to sit tight and follow your rules. This is why, even though I know the rules inside out, I've been doing them for years, you still have moments where you just get fixated on the chart you're looking at. And the chart could be just that time frame. And you forget to go back to, right, what's happening on the high? What's happening on the one above that? Okay, are we trading with the market structure? Are we edged my TP? Uh, Well, it missed your TP or it got your stop loss? Sorry, guys. Uh, so we're going to leave this one in for now. See what happens on the open. I'm going to have a look, see what's last trade before passing my funded. Awesome. Rory Sang, thanks for the follow. Yeah, so we're going to wait. So options where we can look for potential buys will be as long as every time we get through these structure points, what's happening is then you're getting a slight change in structure. So if we go to the 30, you can see, right, okay, the 30's had a nice big sell-off, but look, it did here, came all the way down to this price point, then we had a big rally. Again, you see these sellers and then a big sell-off, then a rally. So don't be put off buying indexes when you see a strong sell-off. Okay, do not be. Do not be put off when you see them. 8 minutes. If this flips bullish in the next 8 minutes, next candle to wick down, I'll buy the high of this. Yeah. So we're gonna buy the high of the NASDAQ. If it flips bullish, then the next candle wicks down. Wonder Man, thanks for the follow, much appreciated. We'll be live again next Monday. Now, gold. My next is 42.40. If we get above 42.40, we should have some clear space to run into. So above here, we've got all the way up to 42.57. So that's 150 points. And at that price, who knows what will happen? Will we surge even higher or will we start to drop off? Who knows? That's why I always wait for price to tell me what we're likely to do. Yeah. So don't forget, guys, those of you that like instant funded accounts, we have our preferred funded company, which is called Instant FX Capital. Yeah, there's no affiliation. I just have, they have a 20% discount on all accounts, all accounts. It closes today. It's the end of they called it the cyber offer. You don't have to put any codes in. All you need to do is go to the website, type in apply now, and then you'll receive an email or a call from one of the team. Okay? Really, really super simple. Um, Best, most friendly prop firm there are. Why is that? Because there's no trailing drawdown, there's no consistency rule, there's no um, daily drawdown. You can hold trades over the weekend. You're not going to pay extra to have uh, holding over the weekend. You're going to pay extra for more profit share. It's very, very, very simple. It's just like trading your own account, but with just more cash. Okay, so if that's something that you're interested in, head over to their website, take a look. Like I say, you don't need to put any codes in. Um, Payouts are good. There's quite a number of people that are on here that have had payouts from them. They're very efficient. Here we go. Perfect. 4 minutes. I'll be buying this. I'll be buying this. All it needs to do is close bullish and then have a wick down. Right, let me get a drink while I'm waiting for this. Sorry, pal. I don't want to run you over, mate. I've got my dog sleeping at my feet. 3 minutes and 7 seconds. Vic Snazzle, what's that? You have I missed what the reply was to. Sorry, mate. I was too busy making sure I didn't roll over my dog's ears or get a bottle of water. Yeah, you've had a payout. Yeah. Uh, right. 2 minutes. Okay. Maybe it's not going to close bullish. So rules needs this candle needs to close bullish. Yeah, I mean, look, gold's bullish, but I just don't like where it is. I need to see it above this structure. If it gets above this structure and closes above this structure, then I'll buy it. But whatever we remain below this 15-minute structure, sat at this 1 hour structure, I'm gonna sit on the sidelines. Uh, Lon Wabo, thanks for the follow. We've got 40 seconds left. If it closes, let's say as a doji where the open and the close are at the same price, give or take a pip or two, you should long it. Yeah, we're gonna long it as only if the next candle drops. I want the next candle to drop on the open, and then we'll put a buy stop above the highs. 15 seconds. 3 seconds. So if the next candle drops a little bit, I'm buying. Okay. Okay. So T1 and T2 placed. They're not fixed yet. The order's going to trigger first. When it triggers, I'm then going to hit set because, like I said, I'm having a few tech issues with magic keys at the minute. Um, if I place the jam, this is the NASDQ. Jeopardy, thanks for the follow. There we go. We're in. Now, let's see if it does its thing. I'm just going to see if auto. There we go. That's working. Okay, 20 pips break even. All the positions that the stop loss is red will hit stop loss. I've observed that with MetaTrader. What's that? All the positions that the stop loss is red will hit stop loss. I've observed that with MetaTrader. Sorry, I don't follow the statement. If you can rewrite it or explain it in a different way, maybe. Sorry. On the P&L column. Yeah, here. Still don't follow the statement, sorry. Yeah, David, I'm on Telegram. I have a I have a free channel on Telegram as well. Uh, uh, copy. So free Telegram channel there. Free one there. Now, this is going to be my last trade of the day. So I will more than likely, 99.999%, finish up down for the day. But as long as we have a rule-based and disciplined trade to finish off with, I'll be happy. Yeah, final stream of the week. This will have been the second one today. One this morning for the London Open. Only one trade on the London Open session. 10 pips and break even. Not a decent trade. Nothing available. And then the markets have been flat all day. Slow Joe the Main. Good afternoon and thanks for the follow. Adil, thanks for the follow. So the open for NYSE is in 24 minutes. I'm just going to have a quick look on trading views, see what is happening on a lot of the. Okay, pre-market meta is up slightly. Google. Pre-market is up slightly. Netflix is down about 3-4%. Apple is flat. Amazon is pretty much flat. Nvidia pretty much flat. Just going to bring my stop up underneath the low of the candle just to reduce risk a little bit. A little bit of a delay. What's going on there? Okay, what is happening? Why are these numbers not moving? Okay. Edgenar, how are we doing? Thanks for the follow. So another like 7 pips to move break even to be triggered. Another 11 pips to move for target 1 to be hit. Yeah, this is NASDAQ. "21 minutes for the open. 21 minutes for the open." See if there's any other news floating around. Investing. Dollar CAD, not interested. Canadian CAD. Dollar mixed start. Nah. No real news to. Well, I would like it to be moving a little bit quicker than this. I'm actually just gonna. I'm gonna adjust my 25 pip first tape. What's going on? Nothing is working. There. Ah, I don't know. I'm just bringing my first TP to 20 pips. I just expected it to move a bit quicker from where we are. It's not really had the impact I thought it would from this price point after that rejection and flipping bullish. What do you think of crypto futures? Uh, I couldn't give you an answer on that. I don't trade crypto. Don't know enough about it. I've had I look at it and I'll analyze the chart for people based on the way that I trade, but I don't trade it, and I've had very little success with crypto. To be fair, the only times I've bought crypto, it's been on word of mouth from friends or friends of friends, and unfortunately, it's never paid me well. Mark, I am not in the trade. Would it be correct to do a BPC if 15-minute closes like now, or is it too late? Um, Look, I mean, based off the 30, there's a few ways we could look at this. You could put a flip entry underneath the 30 low and look for it to fill the wick. But I am biased longs on indexes just on the basis where December and usually the seasonal period is strong. So look, let's get to break even now. We're only 1 point away from target. So, oh, so on 1 point, half a point. Did it hit? I heard a noise, but I didn't. I'm not seeing any profit. And there you go. So we just secured. There we go. It just secured our first TP. It just banked $531. Don't know why it's still on. There's some tech issues going on right now. Let's get rid of it. Yeah, there we go. It's disappeared now. So we've just had a T1 secured there. Um, I got one very happy. Uh, uh, so let's see how this moves. So trade management now, obviously things we need to do. Uh, okay, so I want to give this as much room to breathe because I think it could it could run higher. Um, but what I'm going to do, because we've broken the highs, I want to keep my entry at my stop loss at entry price. But if this candle breaks its own low, I'm going to close another half of the position. So between now and it getting wherever it's going to go, if if the first move of the candle is up, and then the second move of the candle is to break its own low, I'm going to close half of the position. Does that make sense? Okay, let's get ready. So if it breaks its own low, it's going funny. So yeah, it'll be a partial close. Twelve minutes. There we go. I just closed half. So look, uh, you see, I just closed another half. You see down here, we just add another few $100 onto. Now, whatever happens, happens. I don't mind, right? Um, we've locked in profit. Market's going to drop. It's going to go up. Whatever it's going to do, it's going to do. But I'm going to close that off now. I don't need that additional TP on the basis that I've just closed off another 50%. Great end for this week. 2 out of 2 on the NAS. Lovely. Well done, Big Harvey. Big Harvey's one of our newest members from Norway. Had a good few payouts already since he's been part of the team, so well done. Have a very enjoyable weekend. Build it slowly. Thanks for the follow. Yep, so 11 minutes left, guys. There's 11 minutes left of the lifetime offer. This is something that closed last weekend. Yeah, I closed it last weekend. I ran it for about 4 or 5 days. Um, so if you're interested, guys, in the lifetime offer, you literally have 10 minutes, and then I'm closing it again. Don't bark, Spenny. Go on. So I had to let the dog out. Otherwise, that was going to be like World War III in my office. When he hears the buzzer go, he does not stop. Yes, I've just posted a link for the lifetime offer, guys. So if there is anyone that wants to do that, there's Klarna option. Yeah, so I've just posted it. I love the way you trade. Good work. Paella Steph, thank you. Look, it's a losing day. So it's a losing day, but remember, every day doesn't necessarily mean you're going to You're not going to hit the ball out of the park every day. Some days you lose. More days than often we win. Oh, did I add this to the winning trade or not? I don't think I did. To the results, I mean. Sell NASDAQ? No, we're buying NASDAQ. We bought NASDAQ, I should say. But today I took a hit. I've added it to the losses. Um, I don't think anyone that was on the stream would have taken it because I took it literally a few minutes just before live stream. But I've added it to it because the loss happened. Uh, each day has enough trouble of its own. Yeah, that's true. So, so just remember, guys, right now, this candle, what candle are we forming? Simple terms, what candle is this? I don't have all the fancy, I don't use all the Japanese candlestick names. I have four very simple candlesticks. Yeah, I'm not sure if I am to take another trade. I'm at 1% loss at the moment. Okay, so Fox Trades, you don't want to take another trade because you're at 1% loss or because you're done for the day. Is that a rule that you apply every day, or is it an emotional based rule right now because you're sitting at 1% down? Yes, Anna de Bolos. Right now, it's an uprange candle. Even if it closes bearish, it's an uprange candle. So in theory, we could look at buys above the high of the uprange candle. I'm not going to add into this because we've got market open in just a 5-6 minutes. What I am going to do just to cover any sort of like commissions is just push stop loss just above my entry. You're not sure if you can keep yourself out altogether. Well, if you're not sure if you can keep yourself out altogether, that's my challenge for you today. Keep yourself out altogether. Go to the gym, go for a walk, go to the pub, take the dog for a walk, do something. One of my members who I work with personally, I've challenged him now. I was just messaging him. You know who you are. First name begins with a B. I've literally just told him to stop trading. He's had a good day. I said, stop trading, close the screens, enjoy your weekend. So yeah, uprange candle. Right, let's see if this market can keep popping. Neon Din Loom, thanks for the follow. Yeah, so we're long the DAX, NASDAQ. All right, let's just pop that up to there now. So just going to lock in a few more pips. So the NASDAQ is currently 30 odd points up for the day. We could see, where's the daily chart? Are we going to have a strong finish to the day, or let's have a look. How many points is that to there? 78. So that'll be 100 up. Okay, so I'm just going to move this way out of the way. And what I am going to do is I'm going to put a partial TP. Uh, yeah, here. So basically, we'll see what happens. More than likely, I'll get stopped underneath a 15-minute low, but just in case the open is a strong move. The hell? There we go. Dog wants to come back in now. He's had all these fun and games. He's gonna bark to everyone. Hannah, thank you for the follow. Jen, thanks for the follow. We just, oh, come on. All right, let's pop. Here we go. It's so funny. So, like I say, trading will play so many different mind games with you, from the basis of if you lose money, you want to fixate on getting that money back, but instead you need to fixate on the process, because if you fixate on the process, what will happen is you'll actually make more money than you lost. So if you focus on the money that you lost, you will then cut trades because you want to bank a few hundred or you want to bank 1,000, whatever it is. If I focus on, right, I'm 2,300 down today, all I'm going to look at is, right, if I see 2,300 or if I see 1,000, I'll go, right, I'll bank that, then I'm only 1,300 down. Everything I've done here, I'm not looking at the P&L. I'm just saying, right, fixed number was 20 pips. Then it went down and broke the highs, and I said if it comes back down and breaks its own low, I'm going to close half out, regardless of the P&L. Then I was like, right, I like what we're doing. Instead of having my full TP here, because I've scaled out twice already, I got rid of my 50 pip second take profit. I just moved my extended target to a partial take profit, and I've just moved my extended target right out of the way. Right, we've got 3 seconds to the open. See if we get a spike up. If I see something like 80 points, I'll probably just close half and get rid of the. Here we go. Let's just do that instead. Okay, secured that. Let's get rid of that one. So we're 1,800 down on the day now. Okay, but now potentially we're going to break out of this. Let me just check. Yeah, if we can break out of that, lovely. Right, we'll just let it run. I can visualize the messages I'm going to be having off one of. Yeah, it's still coming. Right. Okay, so look, these when you get moves like this, let's just start locking in profit because there's no point letting it just keep moving without you locking in profit. Yeah, we we got a nice trade here, guys. Got a nice trade. Sometimes it just runs. Paella Steph, you're out. Well, did you get some nice pips on that one? Anyone else? Lovely, well done. That's what I like to hear. For those of you that like the breakout, no, I won't be in profit now overall because I've closed. I'll be about $1,000 down if I was to close it all now. But that's because I've scaled out once, twice, three times. This one here was obviously because we'd not opened yet, and if we broke the low, then there was a probability we could head back down. But look, remember, you never know which way the market's going to go. We don't know. And when people say to you, oh, it's going to fly, it's going to do this, it's going to do that, we have zero idea. The only thing we can base our decisions on is if you're a fundamentalist, is fundamentals. If you're a chartist or pure technicals or price action reader, is based on what we see, what the candles are telling us. But remember, it's still probability. It doesn't mean it's going to happen. Like it could still go up, but it might only go 20 pips up before it drops. Uh, okay, Tivus. Yeah, good day, thanks. 2% profit for Paella Steph, done for the week. Lovely. That's a nice way to finish. So Nasdaq's up 140 points now on the day. So maybe at 150, I'll just close another half and then we can just see if it can run, run. Uh, Kaylin, what was that? Many thanks, Mark. Have a nice weekend. The best group, guys, if you think to join. Hey, Kaylin, thanks, buddy. Appreciate the feedback. Have a great weekend, pal. Mm, mm. Yeah, so like I said, if I see 150 points, I'll close half. So if we hit stops, we'll bank another 650. So I'll just push it up a bit more. There we go. That should. What do I need? 706. Ah, there we go. Done. So just shy of 2K on that last trade, but down just over $1,000 on the day. Now, that was pretty much the final target for the original trade. The only reason I moved it out of the way is because we scaled out an extra time, so I put a partial profit in at this area. And then was hoping to see if it could push all the way up, but I'm not going to have money back. Who wants to make 50 quid? Message me. Oh, Jesus. Really? You're not bored of sending stupid messages like that on random groups? Amelia XO. Who are you? Let's have a look. So, one follower, four followers, and one following. And it'll be a random picture. no doubt of some lady. Yep. Okay. Block. I can't be bothered. Yeah, never mind. Yeah. All right, guys. So that is yeah, I'm done. I'm done. I was gonna say I might stick around for a little bit, but no, I've got a coaching session at 3 o'clock. Um, so yeah, well done, guys, if you caught that trade. Um, I will see you all next week. Um, yeah, so 7 minutes and the lifetime offer will be closed. 7 minutes and it goes at 2:45. It's gone. Okay, guys, 2:45. It's gone. Any questions? Cheers, Vic. Peter Cole done for the week. Repaired damage from yesterday. Superb. Well done. Peter Cole 2.7% on that trade. Lovely. Braid Dimmock. Cheers, buddy. Have a great weekend. Well done, everyone. Well done. Well, all the best, guys. Have a wicked weekend, and I'll catch you all Monday. Mr. Hall, see you Tuesday and maybe Wednesday. Oh, mate, I can't do paddle at that time on Thursday. Got a midwife appointment. I'll speak to you later about that. All right, guys, take care. Bye bye.